Welcome back here in HPL. We just saw Neirea tie up his match at 1-1 here with Jab with the full 30 out of nowhere in one turn.
Yeah, turn 8, because Emperor Thorson was a big catalyst to that game, able to get in a massive amount of damage and really illustrating the importance of being able to be aggressive against that style of deck and really push for damage. But Neirea seems to understand that that's a very strong strategy against it. He's come prepared with Shield Block and Shield Maiden in his deck.
Yeah, just great deck. Very good early game, and they can really punish these decks that can't kill you enough time. But we're going to have to find out what they're doing here in Game 3, Neirea versus Jab.
Yeah, still going to go with Grim Patron. I can't blame him after that one. And Jab, he's going to be looking to really put that pressure on. Something like Druid can be a nightmare for this deck if they can't check all of the early threats.
Not to mention, we're seeing great things with Druid out of Jab. If I remember right, his overall record with it is 5-1 here in HPL.
Yeah, he's just been absolutely massive with it. And
he actually swept his teammate Muzzy with Jab.
I mean, Druid's just one of those classes, man. When it gets the strongest starts, it's very tough to keep under control.
And like those strong starts are usually coupled by cards like Innervate, and we've seen some amazing starts from Jab with cards like that, but this is not one.
That is an ugly opening hand, has no minion in his hand whatsoever. I mean, if he finds himself getting like an Emperor Thorson, this could really turn things around.
That was not a bad pickup. If you know, it's going to be able to get some value later down the line against Neirea, and if he's going to get a card that's a blank for his first couple turns, that's the one you want to pick up.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with you. I mean, he would love to see something like a Piloted Shredder early on here. Wild Growth would be good. Second Innervate. You know, now this hand
Where is this Dr. Boom? Where is it?
This hand is actually kind of scary now for Neirea. I mean, Force Nature Double Savage Roar is 22 points of damage, and Jab has 5 extra mana in his hand right now. I mean,
this only has to get through a little bit.
Yeah, this could happen on turn 7, 22 points of damage.
Yeah, he only has to get through a little bit. Well, Neirea's going to pad his life to a little bit here. Good for him. He doesn't know that Jab has that kind of reach in his hand now. Jab needs something this turn though as well. Wild Growth, not the worst thing in the world here. It's going to let him Harrison Jones next turn if Neirea develops his Death Fight.
If Neirea develops his Death Fight and doesn't swing too, I mean, that's going to be a major difference.
This is going to be the fastest played Harrison Jones in history.
Oh, okay, he is swinging with it. I thought he didn't swing with it for a minute, but still going to be one of the fastest played Harrison Jones. I mean, no card draw in his deck is going to change the fact that he wants to Harrison right now. Has to also check the fact that this Whirlwind can set up some big turns for Neirea. Very happy to see it have
picked up
that.
as well.
Yeah, I mean, what's this Execute very likely to be used this turn on this Harrison Jones. Could also slam and Whirlwind it. You know, a couple different options available to him. Which one of these does he value more at this point?
Yeah, Jab's hand is looking very good going forward as well. We've seen this a few times with Druid before where their opening hands just look like trash, honestly, and then they just draw all these great curve cards at the right time, and then they get these extra Innervates in the middle of it, and all of a sudden their hand is great.
Yeah, Shield Slam's a little bit late. Actually going to use Execute over a Whirlwind, really kind of telling of how important that Neirea thinks that is in this combo strategy.
You got to 30 him in one turn. You need 2 Whirlwinds.
Yeah, it's going to be Ragnaros here, and
Ragnaros
is going to shred this armor from Neirea. I mean, this could be a disaster all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's going to get this Shade activated as well, and he's going to get the Shade and play it well, and like he already has double Savage Roar and Force of Nature. Jab has a ton of damage backing this up.
Yeah, this is looking like the tides have been completely turned, and Harrison Jones playing a very integral part to have this happen.
You got to believe getting rid of that Execute is going to come back to haunt Neirea.
Oh my gosh, Emperor Thorson, you know, this is going to start, you know, alleviating a lot of the mana that Neirea has to expend, but again, no real way to check this Ragnaros this turn, and when you add Ancient Allure to that, you're looking at some massive damage potential.
There's a chance you see a Savage Roar out of Jab here, just taking care of this Emperor Thorson, just to keep the board in check, get that 8 damage in against his hero here, and just making sure that he can push for lethal next turn with this Piloted Shredder.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's drawn the Piloted Shredder, I think, is a very big point in how he's going to roll through this turn. But, you know, with 2 Savage Roars in your hand, I have to believe you're going to want to stick threats. You know, let this 50-50 go. If you hit your opponent in the face, good for you. You got an 8 points of damage. If you hit the Emperor Thorson, you accomplished the goal that you were thinking about this turn without having to invest anything into it.
No, I agree. I think both plays are fine going forward. I'm just saying you don't need 2 Savage Roars to win this game from here, but I like your play as well.
So you have to really be careful about how he chooses this. I mean, Neirea still is not going to be able to answer this Ragnaros next turn unless this Emperor Thorson sticks around.
Oh, I got the second Force of Nature. All of the combo.
We're going to get this client fixed up as soon as we can. 8 goes to the face, and now Neirea has to answer what's on board, or he's going to find himself completely out of this game.
He's going to gain 5 armor here of the Shield Maiden, and possibly a full 7 here this turn, but he might have to Shield Slam something here this turn as well. Yeah, we're going to see him take care of this this Ancient Allure.
Yeah, there's going to be Shield Slam and then Whirlwind. Oh, wow, he's actually not going to... He's going for face here. He's looking for pressure on the other side of things, too.
Yeah, he has a Warsong Commander in his hand. A card like Frothing Berserker or Grim Patron is actually lethal next turn for him.
Is this going to be enough damage here? 4 plus, you know, he's got 6 points of damage. He's got 10 from hand and then 4 on the board, so he's got 14 points of damage. So can't put his opponent in a Ragnaros range this turn. You know, the fact that he doesn't have 9 mana really playing a big factor here as well. I mean, it looks like he wants to force a nature and clear up one of these 2 threats, but
no, he's got 20.
He's 20 points of damage here.
Yeah, he's got 21, I think, I believe.
He's going to lead with Force Nature. Yep, taking out the Emperor Thor.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He can't play Savage Roar. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Is he gonna kill the Shield Maiden now with his hero power and this Shaded X Ramus? You know, I expect he's gonna keep it hidden at this point and just go for the damage. And once again, I mean, where's the Ragnaros hit go? I think he's kind of comfortable with either one. I think he would rather see it hit the Shield Maiden in this position because Neirea chose to be aggressive.
The third trigger off of Ragnaros this game. You saw Neirea say, well played after he played Execute, and then Jab immediately jammed the Ragnaros.
Neirea needs damage right now or this game is going to be ended. The Unstable Rule will protect him for a little while, but you know, how much time does he have in this position? You know, he's about to get in a spot where the 50-50 Ragnaros shot is going to be a real thing, regardless of whether or not it hits Shield Maiden or hits his face. Jab is okay with that.
Absolutely. Now, Jab's going to get a 5/5 shade out of here. He gets this through. It's a lot of extra damage. He can get through for 7 more off of the shade, and it looks like this Ragnaros might be able to clean this game up.
I mean, I might have done my math a little bit wrong here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's got 17 points of damage here. If he clears out the Shield Maiden, he's got 11 to face, and then 8 more from the Ragnaros, so 19. So he can threaten lethal this turn. I think that's exactly what he should do.
Yeah, he's gonna take care of the Shield Maiden too. It's just a byproduct of getting in enough here, and this is going to be lethal.
Oh wow, it's actually
this is
okay.
lethal,
It is just yeah. I discounted it by 1 here.
I was gonna say, this is
going to be it. Wow, great sequencing from Jab and understanding his game plan here. The Ragnaros early and Neirea not having the answer to deal with it. Jab able to take a 2-1 lead here now. You know, math sometimes is a little bit off when you're trying to count it as quickly as you can and try to think of all the different lines they're coming up with here. But Jab on point, understands exactly what his game plan is. 4 Ragnaros shots was it at the end?
Yeah,
4 Ragnaros shots. It's
yeah.
tough to come back from a card that dealt 32 points of damage.
Yeah, it's still random, but at the same time, every time he had a chance to get, random. Every time it was 50-50, he was okay with both of them. So just a great game from Jab. His opening hand did not look great, but as we said, doesn't matter sometimes with Druid. All they need to do is draw a couple cards, get that right curve going, and then that Harrison Jones was backbreaking early.
Yeah, taking out that Despite, so there was no way that Neirea could utilize it.
He never got anything going. Yeah.
Still got the extra card off of it, and then Neirea maybe expended an Execute a little bit sooner.
A little too early.
He chose to value a second Whirlwind over an Execute as he executed 5-1 Harrison Jones. If you guys want to go take a look at this game and see what maybe you would have done in that situation, you can do that. Head over to pvplive.net and see for yourself. This game recap and all the stats breakdowns available for that game. So Jab out to a 2-1 lead here now. He's looking to make it his 5th straight match win, and Neirea's trying to do the same, but he needs 2 straight wins if he's going to do it. Don't go anywhere, guys. They're making adjustments to their decks, but when we come back, Game 4 is getting underway. You're watching Hearthstone on PvP Live.